During the process, of course, the very initial, we then started off with our self-introduction to gain their trust. Of course, one self-introduction get us nowhere, but they did too.
An important thing I learned to be listen patiently, because when the elderly speak, they are slower than us. So I learned to be patient, listen with our heart, not just by listening. So we feel how come they speak like that? Is there, what is actually address their concern? So we're actually there to listen to what we can do to support them.
During the process, then we then ask how long they have lived in the existing place before we ask them to think about their thoughts about moving. The answers range from a couple of years to 40 years.
We must be genuine. I think during the visit, we learned that we must be genuine because they can sense that whether we are genuine, providing the volunteering service, they can feel that. So we show genuineness, and then respect them is very important. We don't judge their living condition. We respect them no matter how they speak. Even they can't hear us, we respect them. And then also we have to empathy them, which is very important. And we have to show our warmth.
We also start asking them about what they do, how they spend their daily living. Some will show us old photos of their younger days. One example I remember was one uncle actually gave us which brand of bao is good, as he used to sell bao. And he had a huge steamer in his living room. He never moved the steamer to the new apartment, but I wonder how he felt when he had to leave things behind. With that, we also created a simple case profile of the seniors whom we befriended. It served as a tool to communicate to community partners such as the new AAC Center.
Because every family that we go, their needs are different. So we cannot have one size, one approach that fix all, fix all their needs. No, we don't do that. So every elderly home, their needs are different. For example, some they do not know how to choose a flat. So we actually ask what actually their priority, their needs. They need some, they need a house and near polyclinic, easy for them to see doctor. And then they even want to connect with the old neighbors. So they feel more safe. So security is very important. So during a home visit, when we visit their house, I think it's very important we look at the safety, whether the house is a safe environment for them to stay.
Person, I was even surprised by a simple procedure. The NRIC address change, which you tried to help, was being up from, in the past, we are able to update it at the neighborhood police post. During the pandemic, cannot update it there. You have to update online and they'll mail you the sticker. And subsequently, it's totally cannot. We were fortunate for the farewell party, the MP of Toa Payoh East, Mr. Satyandi Supat, came to grace the party. It was not a speech and go. He actually stayed and participated in the activities with the seniors. Till the end, he was still there to give out the prizes. He gave a speech and he wished the residents all the best, and that if the residents encounter any problems, he welcomed them to give feedback so that the process will be smoother for others. I think it is really nice of him because not all seniors are moving within the same constituency. Some of them will be moving away, but it was still a nice gesture from him.
The photo frame is actually very important because it brings fond memories of the elderly staying there for many, many years.
And subsequently, after the move, we also follow up with befriending visits to find out about their well-being. As for the experience, I think by now we know it takes a village to put together a meaningful farewell party or befriending or even moving.
It's just like it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a village to help, to support an elderly. Self-care is very important. It's just like the oxygen mask that we must, emergency, we have to put on first instead of go and save others, which we cannot even help ourselves. How can we go and save others? So this is something that is very important in our volunteering. Self-care, understand our body. When it's burn out, you need to pause. We have to then there's nothing wrong to, seek for help. Even as a volunteer, we also seek for help. Yeah. My reflection is that, I make it into A, B, C, D. Okay. For example, A is the assumption. So when we do a elderly a home visit, because every elderly is like any one of us, we have a story to tell. So every story is unique. Every elderly is unique. So when we go to the house, we don't make assumption and then don't judge. We should have non-judgmental, attitude, which is the A2, and then we don't assume that, oh, it's like this, and then we tend to be very judgmental. We don't do that. So next, come to my B. What I do is that I feel that when we go into the house, we need to build rapport in order to connect with them. So once we have a good rapport with them, we're able to communicate, speak their language, you'll be very good, and show compassion. We provide empathetic listening, even we do not have the solution at that moment. I think that will be able to move on to gain their trust so that they are able to rapport, and then we're able to build good relationship from the next visit onwards. And then I'll talk about D, dignity. I think from there, I learned that from them that we treat every people at all stages with dignity and compassion.
As for the learnings, 3 simple ones. People stayed there for a couple of years or 40 years. When they get used to the environment, it's harder to change. Actually, I don't agree with that sentence because all the while, shops change, neighbors might have changed. But from this experience, I find that you can be a stranger in your own country if you don't step out of your comfort zone. And then last but not least, everyone has their own history and memories.
When working with our community partners, we learn that first, we need to be aware and also be sensitive about their roles and responsibilities. We must create a triple win situation, win for our seniors, win for the community partners, and win for ourselves. Second, we need to build trust, be respectful, be committed, and most importantly, show capabilities as to what do we bring to the table for this project. Third, it is very important to establish a platform for sharing and discussion with our community partners. Fourth, we need to take every opportunity to communicate regarding the importance of this project and how we intend to carry it through. Finally, it can be frustrating when things do not pan out as what we planned. We need to continuously anchor back to the purpose, be patient, and be steadfast to carry through this project.